Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Danielle. I forget my own intro. I am Danielle, aka Stitcherista here on YouTube. And today is the start of a new cross stitch vlog. So this one will be shorter than my normal vlog because Bill and I are going on a little vacation and we're leaving on Wednesday night. So this is going to span Saturday. I don't know if I'll have a segment tomorrow. Saturday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and that's it. I will be announcing the winner of the freeze tag book in this vlog. Probably on Tuesday I'll pick a winner. So yeah. So I did do some stitching today and yesterday, and I'm getting pretty far on that. And somebody wanted me to show a picture of the sampler. Like, I don't know if they meant a picture of it like completed up to this point. I didn't understand what their question was, so I'm gonna try to look it up. And because remember, it's not finished yet. There are still, oh, but he has the whole picture. Okay, here is what the entire sampler will look like. I know. Oh, there we go. Oh my God, right? Now, that house, see the house right here? He gives you, Jacob is the designer, he gives you a bunch of different options. And one of them is a tree house. So that's what I'm going to stitch when I get to that point. I mean, you can see, okay, I'm only right here on this block. That's the first block. So that's where I am. I have so much more to go, but I am enjoying it so very much. So I always have it linked in the description box, and it's been a lot of fun, but I will show you my progress towards the end. So I did order 2 more hoop sets from Michaels. These are my favorite hoop sets, and they're only $9.99, and I got 20% off. So I ordered them from their website because our local Michaels doesn't have them in stock. You get all of these sizes. I just really like these hoops. And you're probably like, well, why'd you buy them if you have the Erica Wilson stand? I still cannot remember that last name. Because when I get my Dubko stand and my Velky Pataki, I can use these hoops and clip it in there. So, yes. So I got 2 of those, and I'm set for hoops. I don't need to buy any more hoops. And then remember I told you I had ordered some more fat halves of 28 count Jobelan from 123 Stitch. They came in the mail today. So I got coffee, which is a very lovely brown color. This reminds me actually of the milk chocolate color linen by Witchell that a lot of Mirabilias are stitched on. This would look fabulous, I think. I have Gypsy Queen, the pattern. Let me see if I can find it really quick. Yeah. See how it's stitched on the brown? There's so many colors in this that I probably would stitch it on something like this, because you don't want your stitching piece to be competing with your fabric choice. And sometimes that happens. People just make a wrong choice for fabric. That is, I've always told Bill, and I tell everybody, that is my hardest choice in starting a project, is what fabric to use. And then I got ivory, because sometimes, just like I'm stitching on the Lambswool, sometimes you just need something plain to showcase the stitching. And then I got China Pearl, which is like an ivory. Is that 28 count? Yeah, it didn't look like it. So I am set for fabric for sure. And then the last one I got is Antique White. And boy, let me tell you, if you are using light colored fabric, you should do this anyway with your stitching. You should wash your hands every time you go to sit down and stitch, because even though you think your hands are clean, sometimes there's stuff on it, and it would be a shame to transfer that to your fabric. So, God, I have so much fabric. Okay, so I did get a piece. I do have an order from Hand Dyed Fabrics by Stephanie, outstanding, but I ordered one piece of fabric that she just sent that I got in today's mail, and it is for this Keslin's A Haunting We Will Go. So on this, which is very interesting, it says the fabric that was used is called lava. That can't be correct because lava is like a bright orange and yellow. I feel like the fabric they used was called Kermit by Picture This Plus, because that's green for Kermit the Frog. But what I decided to get was Hand Dyed Fabrics by Stephanie Jello Shots. I've used this fabric before. I got 14 count Aida. I mean, this is going to be perfect. Look at that. Are you friggin' kidding me right now? This, I mean, look how close that looks. Yeah. This is what they should have used. I love this fabric. It's so beautiful. It will look fabulous on that. I mean, because this is a lot bigger than you think. So it says you need 3 skeins of 310. It is 141 stitches high by 223. So that's pretty big. They stitched it 1/1 on 28 count. Fuck you. No. Hell no. I'll be stitching it over 2. So, yep, going to be doing that. And then remember when if you watched my Just Cross Stitch magazine flip through that I did, and they talked about the company We Will Die For You on Etsy. I actually ordered 3 pieces of their fabric. Now they're small cuts, so they would be more like for ornaments and things like that. But it came in the mail today and I wanted to show you. So here is their info. It's We Will Die, D-Y-E, for you. And then there's their Etsy, their email. I'll put their Etsy store down below. So the fabric I got, this one is, I got all 14 count Aida, and this is Seawater. What's nice is they serge it. So it's like a pretty blue color. I like it. Yeah, I really like the fabric. And it's pretty soft. Feels like Picture This Plus Aida, which I've always said is the softest Aida I've ever stitched on. The only thing that I thought was a little odd in the way this was packaged, and I should have left one packaged. So they had this wrapped in tissue paper, and this was stapled to the tissue paper. So I tore this off and then unwrapped it, because now I'm gonna have to either put this in a plastic bag or staple this to like the edge. That was the only thing that I thought was strange, but that's just me. Okay, the next one I got is Cotton Candy. And just like typical cotton candy, it is a very beautiful pink color. Now this, it doesn't say the size on it. Yeah, you can tell, like, this is probably a fat 1/8, which is usually like 13 by 18, something like that. I don't remember the sizes. And then I got one more, which is called Fall Meadow, and this one was really beautiful too. Just like greens and pinks and yellows. Yeah. I like stitching on plain fabric. I love my hand-dyed fabric. I mean, it can really, you pick the right fabric and your piece can just be something amazing. Kind of like when I stitched the Peony Pixie on that effervescent fabric from Fiberlicious. I mean, unbelievable how it looked. Okay, so the last thing I have to show you is my stitching progress. And thank you to all the well wishes for the arbitration starting this week. I have been just trying to just saying I'm not going to be upset. I'm only one person. You know, all we can do is the best we can do. That's it. That's all anybody can do. And when I really stopped and thought about, you know, we have had some difficult cases and jobs over the 20 years I've been doing this, and every single time we've always gotten through it. we've always gotten through it. So, okay, so I stitched a bunch yesterday, and I stitched some today even. So I have it upside down now because I'm working like in the center. So that's why I have it flipped like this. But yeah, let's go. So this propped on my face. I finished the bird and then did all of these motifs. And then now I'm starting on the bowl. He's standing on a bowl of berries, I guess. So I've been working on the 958 color. And I'm to the point now that I can fill in some of the dark blue, because what I like to do is stitch stuff that's touching, so I am not having to count so much. Do you understand what I'm saying? So yeah, I think this is looking really, really good. And I switched my needle minder today from the initial D to my scarlet letter needle minder. I have so many needle minders, so. But yeah, I think it's looking so fantastical. I absolutely love it. Enjoying it very, very much. And I have had so many people ask me where I got that lamp. The lamp is attached to the wall. Like you adhere it to the wall by screwing it into the wall. And then the top is stained glass. When Bill and I first got together, we started dating in 2009. So like that year for my birthday, or it was either 2009 or 2010. He knows I like stained glass stuff. He saw that on Home Shopping Network and he ordered it. It was like $130, I want to say. I have had so many people ask me about that. So that lamp, I will do whatever it takes to keep that lamp going. We know somebody who is an electrician, so if something ever happened to it, I could probably have him rewire it. It is one of the best things that Bill has ever gotten me. I love that thing. We move, that's coming with me. It is something that is on every single day that I'm in this office. I absolutely love it. And at night when I stitch, like I have 2 lamps here on my desk that I turn off. I literally just have that lamp on, and then I have my daylight stitching lamp on, and that's it. But I really, really love that lamp. So unfortunately, I mean, it's 11, 12 years old at this point. So, but yeah, that's where that came from. So I hope you guys are all having a good weekend. We're actually going to dinner tonight at a German place that we love that's by Bill's work. And it's so good. Like, I always get sour beef and dumplings. I can't wait. Yeah. And then tomorrow, groceries, coming. It's a normal, like, I'm going to try to really relax tomorrow. I did learn a lesson. Don't drink an energy drink at 5 o'clock in the evening, because I didn't go to bed till 3 a.m. this morning and had to get up at like 7:30. So I'm like, yeah. So I'm not going to be drinking those anymore past like 12 o'clock, because no, it works. Like, I was awake. And I think that's it. Oh, someone had asked me, why do I save my Orts? I don't save them. So the reason why, let me try to pull you over here and show you. The reason why I bought that thread keeper. Wait a minute, let me flip the camera around. That will just be, okay. The reason why I bought the thread keeper, this, is because that's like my stitching session from yesterday. So I wanted something to put my threads on, like in the current stitching session. And this will work fantastic at retreats because this is felt, the thread kind of sticks to it. So I'm not like knocking it on the floor or trying to put it on my chair arm and then having it stuck to myself. And normally at the end of my stitching session, like after a day or two, I'll just gather up the threads and throw them away. So no, I don't save them. And this is what I do just with 2 colors. This is how I have it. So, yeah, I don't save. I used to, I have like a container, that I used to put them in, but I'm just like, no, I throw them away. So yeah. Okay. I'm going to end the segment here. I may be back on Sunday, but I might not because I don't always stitch from Saturday to Sunday. But I'm guessing, like I said, we're not really doing anything tomorrow. So I probably, if I stitch tomorrow, I'll do a segment to update you guys on my progress. But if not, then I'll see you on Monday. Hey guys, today is Monday, August 30th. I did no stitching yesterday. And I'm going to be honest. I don't know how much stitching I'm actually going to get done during this arbitration. I'm hoping it's going to get better. The arbitration started today and I feel like I'm in hell. I didn't realize I would have to micromanage our team so much. It's been difficult so far. They're on a lunch break, so I'm on a break. I did just want to show you, I got Be Stitch Me had... I signed up for their Fabric of the Month, and for August, it is Garden Party. And I got 14 count Ada. And this says 18 by 27. No, 18 by 21. So here's the color. I think this would be like a good, like for Halloween, right? Like something that's all in black, maybe. The Ada is very, very soft. It reminds me of Picture This Plus Ada, so I really like that. Yeah. That's all I got. I got to take the next 10 minutes and eat something before they come back on the record. So hopefully I will see you guys tomorrow. I don't know that I'm going to have any stitching. I think what I'm going to do is on the days that I don't have stitching to show you, I'm going to pull a project off the wall and just talk about it. The fabric, the threads I used, any kind of story I have with it. Because boy, do I have some stories with some of these pieces. So that may be something, that way I can still have a vlog to show you guys. So I hope you guys are all having a good day, and I will see you tomorrow. Hey everybody! I'm channeling Charlotte Dobray. She says that in the beginning of her videos, and I love it. Hey, everybody. It is Tuesday, August 31st, and I did no stitching yesterday. Yay! No. I knew that with this arbitration, I worked until 8 p.m. last night. But I did watch all the episodes that are on Hulu right now for 9 Perfect Strangers. So good. And I do feel like hissing today, though. The building where my boss is, the power's been out for the last hour. And so I know that nobody I work with watches my videos. They don't even know I have a channel. One of the people that I've had to use because I literally couldn't find anyone else, and so I've been using this person as a last resort. They are slow as fuck. Like, they are really slow. They are so slow that whenever they work with us, I have to take extra sections, okay? And with our job, I'm already doing like a billion other things administrative to keep, there's little details. So last night, I get an email from her and she's like, oh yeah, the past 3 months, I have had 3 surgeries for severe glaucoma. Well, that would fucking explain it. You couldn't even hardly see the screen. Why would you not tell me that? I'm like, well, that fucking makes sense then. Why would you not tell someone that? When I told Bill, he was like, huh? Yeah. I read that and I was like, alrighty then. So we have been on break for an hour, and I'm hoping or guessing they're going to use this as their lunch break. And I'm praying to God that they don't say, oh, we're going to go really late because the power was out. I'm telling you, God is testing me, and I haven't fucking studied. Yeah, so as promised, mail hasn't come yet. I don't think I'm even having anything come in the mail. I'm just waiting for my bobbins from Pip and Chip. And that's not coming till like the middle of September. I did pick a winner for the freeze tag book. Already put it in the mail, already contacted them. Laura Judd was the winner. So congratulations, Laura. I love that book. It was so very good. But as promised, I told you if I didn't have any stitching progress to show, I would start showing some of my pieces I finished and telling you the story behind them. So I decided to pick one that probably is one of the most memorable things I've ever done because it was during when I had breast cancer. So this is Prairie Moon's Red and the Black 2. I think it's the second one. And I went through chemo and radiation the entire year of 2017. And in the beginning of the year, for the first 3 months, I had chemo every single week. And the timing just coincided. My boss had actually taken a sabbatical, so she was off the entire month of February. So that means I was off. And Emily C. of Eclectic Possession, she's also on Flosstube, and she's a wonderful person. I've actually met her at a retreat. She had just finished stitching this, and I had asked her, you know, do you mind passing on the pattern? Can I buy it from you? Well, she wasn't going to let me buy it from her. And when she mailed it to me, she also sent me a skein of Dinky Dye's turquoise silk. And it was like the perfect storm, because when that came in the mail, that same day, I had also received this fabric, which is called Rocket Queen by Color Cascade Fabrics in Australia. And when I opened up all of the packages and saw this, I'm like, that's what I'm going to stitch it with. So I decided, I want to get you up closer. So I stitched it on. This is 28 count Jobelan 2/2, black DMC, but then the silk is Dinky Dye's turquoise. So I will always, always remember Emily when I look at this piece, because I literally finished this. It took me 3 months, but I stitched it. I called it my chemo piece because I stitched it in those 3 months that I was doing chemo. And here I messed up somewhere in the border, but I fudged it. You can't even tell. Like, I'm sure if you really, really examined it, but I got all the way to the end and I was like, F that. Like, I'm fudging it. But I absolutely love this piece. And the Stitching Post framed this for me. You can see the molding. Isn't it just perfect? I love it so much. And I don't think I ever entered this in a needlework show. I don't know why I would not have entered this in Woodlawn, because it might have won something. But yeah, it's so utterly fabulous. So I'll always be grateful to Emily for sending me the pattern and the silk, because if she wouldn't have sent that silk, I don't know what color I would have wound up using. You know, I think a lot of times I'm a firm believer in that things happen for a reason and that things fall into place. So that was just meant to happen like that. And that fabric, I mean, that fabric is just absolutely, utterly gorgeous. Absolutely love Color Cascade Fabrics. And it's spelled C-O-L-O-U-R. Like I said, Australia. And her name is Tammy, I think. She used to have a Flosstube channel too. I don't know if she still does. But yeah. So that's the piece for today. So there's only going to be one more segment, tomorrow's segment. And then this video will go up on my channel on Saturday. So say a prayer for me for this arbitration, and for Bill and I to have a good vacation, because that is very much fucking needed. And I'm going to be going to Salty Yarns. I have gift cards. Haha. And I've made a list of floss. Haha. Yeah. And we're having dinner with Lacey on Friday night at Coins, which is a seafood restaurant. So yay. Haven't seen her since October of... It was last year. Was it? Well, I know we saw her September of last year because we had dinner with her. I did. I went to the retreat in October, I think. It's been a while since I've seen her. Let's put it that way. It's been a full year. So, I will see you guys tomorrow. Hi, everybody. I can't stop saying that now that I've watched so many of Charlotte Dobray's videos. Oh, my God. Hey, everybody. That's what she says. Today is, I almost said Friday. It is Wednesday, September 1st. Welcome to September. The arbitration. I did get done work at 7:30 yesterday, so that wasn't too bad. The day went better yesterday. We're kind of getting into the groove, if you know what I mean. Bill and I leave tonight. As soon as I am done work, we are out, and I won't be back until Labor Day, so looking forward to that. And next week, we only have this arbitration Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, I'm pretty sure. So I will be off Monday and Tuesday, as well. So no stitching. Yeah, I'm going to have to, like, next week, because I pre-recorded so many videos for this whole week, next week, when I have to start recording again in the morning, I really got to get myself into bed early enough that I can get up at like 5 or 6 to be able to record for that day, because yeah, I'm not taking stitching with me. This is going to be just, I'm taking my Briley Sager book that I've had since June, just relaxing, spending time with Bill. My suitcase is stuffed anyway. I can't fit another damn thing in there. So yeah, I won't be doing any stitching until we come back. So today's project that I'm going to show you, a previous finish, is Bent Creek. And let me tell you, when I picked this off the wall, I could not remember who was the designer. And I spent so much time this morning looking. And finally, I texted Jill a picture of my finish. And I was like, who the frick is the designer of this? And when she said Bent Creek, I'm like, how did I not know that? So this is Bent Creek's Oodles of Autumn. They have all 4 seasons. And Jill said they finally came out with the summer one. I'm not sure why it took so long. But I remember stitching this many years ago. This is on 28 count Jobelan by Hand Dyed Fabrics by Stephanie in the color Melody. And this is with all of the called for threads. And I remember I was working on this while we were at a stitch night at the Stitching Post. Before COVID and all of that, they had them every 3 months on a Saturday night from like 6 to 10. And it was a lot of fun because the Stitching Post is only 20 minutes away from me. So it was good to get together with everybody. And I remember I was working on this, and I was working on this little guy, and I just wanted to get him done so much that when I came home that night, I didn't get home till like 10:30, I finished it. Like, I filled him in and everything. I really, really enjoyed stitching this. Really loved it. And the framing is by the Stitching Post, and when I went to get this framed, sometimes I will go in and have an idea of what color frame and stuff in mind, but sometimes I don't. And I'm really sad they don't do framing anymore, because I'm going to have to now take my stuff to In Stitches, I guess, in Alexandria, because they do framing. But I saw this, and I think one of the people, it might have been Melinda, who was the owner of the store, she picked this out, and I was like, oh my God, it's perfect because it's like branches of a tree. Are you kidding me right now? Yeah, so this is fantastical, right? Love it. Love this piece so much. And so this has a residence spot in my office on the wall. Of course, I love the little fox. And that raccoon, you wouldn't believe, it took me so long to stitch. Like, it took me a couple hours. And I'm like, why did that take so long? I don't know. But I also love the little owls there with the star. Now, this used all over dyed threads, and I want to say it used a lot of Gentle Art sampler threads, but I could be wrong. But I'm pretty sure it used all over dyed threads. I mean, if you look, you can see the variation in his coat, in the raccoon, some of the leaves. So yeah, check them out. Bent Creek Oodles. This is Oodles, O-O-D-L-E-S, of Autumn. And they have like the winter, spring, summer. They have all 4 seasons. And I need to stitch some of the other ones. So, okay, I'm going to end this here, this vlog. I know this is a short one, but vacation time. Much motherfucking needed. You don't have no idea. And then 2 weeks after that, I'm going to a retreat. So that should be fun. And of course, I'll do a vlog for that. But as always, if you have any questions, please leave them in the comment section below, and I will answer them to the best of my ability. Thank you so much for watching and subscribing, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys.